All right. Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. I'm Jason. I'm here with David, Jose, Jorge, and our MC, Eloy, playing Barrowmaze, session 17. Let's do it.
That is correct. All right. So, previously, in case you haven't seen the last video, you guys explored one of the mounds, and it didn't go so well for you. 3 NPCs were killed. Kodos, Dan, and not Fimbria, Olwyn. The torchbearer was killed. And so, despite that, some treasure was obtained, and I can't remember. I believe you finished exploring the
finished
mound.
exploring that whole mound. Yeah,
yes. And so
the last fight was with the caryatid column, and we lost a bunch of weapons.
Correct. There was a sarcophagus, but I don't remember if there was anything in the sarcophagus.
And inside was a red garnet.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so you did get the treasure from the sarcophagus. Yeah. Excellent. So
the right now, Lamb at like 1 hit point. So we got to, and it's afternoon. So our plan was to get back to town, get healed up, and hire more men at arms.
Okay.
So the good
right
news.
Now, just right now, we have Targard, we have Lamb, and then we have both of which are by now henchmen.
Yes.
And we have Arcus the wizard. So we need at least 2 more fighting men, 2 more hirelings. So.
Yeah.
Eloy, didn't you say that one of them actually leveled up?
2 of them.
Yes, Targard. No, I corrected that. I made a mistake adding the things up. So Targard actually leveled up.
Right.
So we should roll his hit points. Where's my D10? 6 hit points for Targard.
Nice.
So he's now up to 15.
Wow.
15. There we go. All right. So yeah. So let's just head back to town and get on with the hiring process so we can get back to the, back to the action. I suppose there'll be some resting so everybody can get back up to
full hits.
To normal. So the question is, are you going to recruit through the mercenary guild, which will probably get you better recruits? That'll cost you 5 pieces of gold because
I think we want good recruits.
Guild.
We're already a little more stout. We want them to hold their own, don't we?
Right. I would think so, yeah.
So 5 gold a day. I mean, that's nothing for us.
No, it's a 5 gold. It's just a 5 gold flat fee to have the guild recommend hirelings for you. So we'll see what we have.
And these would be what, men at arms and such, or?
Yes, there
and we
is.
need 1 more torchbearer. We need 1 more torchbearer.
Correct. So
we lost the torchbearer.
We can promote Targard to a torchbearer.
You lost Olwyn, the torchbearer.
Oh, okay. So we haven't lost
Fimbria.
Fimbria's still around.
Okay.
I was lobbying for Fimbria to get a level or something because she survived this long.
Yeah. I just imagine that she's a great cook.
Well, we could turn her into a hireling if you guys want, to a man at arms. Let's see.
There's somewhere which I'll.
There's Barash, I guess, the torchbearer. It's a former crofter, and he has 3 hit points, just like Alwyn used to have. And he volunteers.
I like a volunteer. Welcome aboard, Barish.
To be the torchbearer.
You will see many amazing and terrifying things, but never fear. Donald of Clearwater is here for you.
Oh boy.
As far as
just don't ask about Olwyn.
As far as men-at-arms go, you have Callow.
Who?
Callow, Kallo. Former stable boy, now looking to make his fortune as a brave man-at-arms. He's got 4 hit points. And we have... we're going to need a new name. This name will not do. It looks like Lassie.
No, we don't want that.
Okay, now we have Harmac.
Okay.
There we go, Harmac. That's interesting. Harmac has 6 hit points.
Ooh,
awesome.
Nice. All right.
And remember, both of these guys get chainmail, shield, broadsword, spear, and crossbow.
Are these being inherited from the ones that passed away, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have gear for 4 guys, for 4 fighting men.
Nice.
Right. So you have 3 right now. You got
And
we have 4. We have Targard, Lamb, Colo, and Harmac.
Oh, correct.
Plate for one of the guys that leveled up.
Excuse me? I commissioned 4 suits of plate. I'm thinking that after our next Barrowmaze incursion, it'll be time to go back and pick up those 4 suits of plate.
Okay, so we haven't gotten them yet. Okay.
We don't have the plate yet, correct.
Right.
We have to go back and get it.
Right, so everybody's armor class 2, except Targard is armor class 3, and Lamb is armor class 2.
And the others are 4, right?
And the others are 4, right. Kahlo and Harmark are 4. That's
Nice.
right. Okay.
All right, and for dungeon purposes, I have a marching order here.
Okay.
I have Felonius at 1,
Huh?
Vela at 2,
Yeah.
Dura at 3, Targard at 4, Fimbria and Barash are 5 and 6, Lamb and Arcus are 7 and 8, Callow and Harmac are 9 and 10, and Donald is at the rear. Obviously, when we're in wilderness, Vela and Donald, as usual, switch spots.
Right.
Switch sides. Right.
That'll work.
Felonius Vela, Dura and Targard, Fimbria and Barash, Lamb and Arcus, Callow and Harmac, and Donald. Right.
Nice.
Cool. So remember that Arcus the Arcane is the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
He has Read Magic, Detect Magic, Burning Hands. He has an additional Burning Hands in a scroll. I'm going to say that during this night he has learned to cast Light as well.
Nice.
Excellent.
Just in case. Light, because that was in the scroll, so I'm going to take it off the scroll and say that while recruiting and waiting for Lamb to heal up, he was able to decipher and learn Light. So he still has Burning Hands and Shocking Grasp in a scroll.
Nice.
Now, also, I'm going to use some of this gold I'm going to replace my Warhammer, which was shattered against the column.
Yes.
And I'm going to buy 6 vials of holy water to fill my bandolier of holy water vials back up to 10.
Nice.
Right.
And another crowbar that got shattered.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
right.
why we added columns. We were lucky with the magic weapons.
Yeah, no kidding. And there's nothing you can do without magic weapons, so fortunately you have some. I hate that.
Okay. So,
It's like not having the right tool when you got the job to do, right? Doesn't that
Oh, yeah.
suck? I mean, doesn't it suck? You're like, what the? I need that one too. I
The
don't
thing is
know.
that those columns break magic weapons, man. So we were at high risk, and Jorge and I both risked our magic weapons until we saw some normal weapons shattering, and then we switched out.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was,
Yeah,
Brutal.
that's enough to make you turn around.
Yeah. It was
All
brutal.
right.
I would definitely, yeah.
so I'm
let's-
gonna say that since we don't have
I
our
would definitely mourn the loss of that magic.
the whole party. I mean that weapon of yours is our biggest cannon, right? So I'm gonna suggest that since we don't have our priest, we should maybe clean up explore some of the other barrels we have identified and not yet explored. Okay, Eloy, later I'll send you the picture, but if you can see, I made red circles around the ones we've explored. So
Excellent.
I'm not sure of where we've been. I'll send you a picture later.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'd have to check them individually. At
But
least
you have all these. You have all these numbers because those didn't really
Yes.
change.
Yes.
So my plan is when we get back, we're gonna. If you look to the southern end, I think I want to do a southern sweep. So we're gonna, from the start, we're gonna go to the mound I marked 21, which is the
Okay.
furthest to the south and west that we haven't explored.
Wait, 21 is
Yeah.
south and west. Yeah.
From the Great Mound, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes down and 2 hexes west.
Yep. Gotcha.
That's where we're gonna start, but that's at least that's our intent. I don't know if we'll die on the way, but hey,
Or, go
Donald's
for-
faith was shaken in your last adventure. I can see it now in your eyes, Donald.
nay, I'm just a realist.
this mound was covered. That's correct. So it takes a couple of hours for the crew to open. And so,
Okay.
okay.
So we're close enough to know it was covered. We just discovered that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's true. I forget you hadn't explored it. You had seen it from afar. So yes, as a matter of fact, you approach the mound and there is no entrance. So, assuming you're bringing the crew with you,
Of course.
then it's time to excavate. And so, a couple of hours go by, and the crew discovers the stone entrance. And they breach the stone door.
Ooh, nice.
Again, the familiar descent, about 5 feet or so down from the entrance, and it opens into. Let me find the image that I need. Okay, so this is sort of an elongated room. It's the south is located at the center of this rectangle. You're standing at the short edge, right? So that it's 10 feet to one side, 10 feet to the other. So it's 30 feet along the short edge, right? East to west. And then from there, going north, it would be 50 feet north, right? And then at the very far end, there is like an indentation, like a niche that goes in a further 10 feet, 10 by 10, right? It's a little protrusion, like a niche.
Okay.
Similar niches are noted along the.
Yeah.
That is correct. And in the center of the east and west walls, similar niches are seen.
Okay. Anything?
Well, Vela will investigate.
Is there anything in the middle of the room before we start niche?
Yes, of course. I should have.
Right, right. Oh, and
There
I will
are-
borrow the 10-foot pole before I go anywhere. I've learned my lesson.
There are 4 stone sarcophagi.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Evenly spaced, like in the middle of, 2 to slightly south and 2 slightly north in this rectangular room.
Felonius stretches out his hand and does an invocation to his deity, and tries to sense whether the presence of foulness in the room.
Let me do a quick check. No, you do not sense any evil in this
Foulness.
room.
Hey, what do you want to check first?
So let's do the niches first and then the sarcophagi. Start with the west.
Yeah, and I'll lead
Okay.
the way, tapping with the 10-foot pole over to the till we get to the niche. And
So, yeah, so you make your way to the western niche. As you manage to get the torch closer, you realize that it's just an opening. There is a statue of let me check this.
Quick question: Did the dwarf survive or not?
No, he
did.
And we didn't hire any other dwarves, did we?
No, we have an elf who's looked for secret doors once we've explored.
No, but it's for looking
Yeah.
at looking at the stonework and the.
Yeah, no dwarves.
Uh-oh.
They all fear to adventure with us now.
right. The word's out. We're dwarf killers. We are
So
the bane of the dwarves.
you can see that this niche contains a couple of figures. There's a man and there is a woman side by side. The man has his waist around the woman, and he has a cup, like he's raising up a cup, like in a toast. So it clearly looks like a couple, right?
Okay. And this is inside the.
This is inside the niche,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of give it a little knock with the 10-foot pole. Just kind of feel it with the 10-foot pole.
Yeah, it seems to be a solid statue, right? I guess if you push it, it might topple and break, right?
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be like, the base of the statue doesn't seem to be
Moving. Okay.
anything special. No.
Indeed, my friend. They do not come alive. They do not come alive until we open the coffers.
How's the condition of the statue? Is it showing any signs of wear and tear, or does it look almost brand new, pristine?
It's very dusty. No, it looks old. There's some moss and mold growing on the statues, right? Because these rooms are humid, right? So it's it's a recurring thing that you have seen in these crypts, right? There's like mold everywhere in the ground, and vegetation is kind of starting to poke through. Although with the darkness and everything, it's mostly mold, really. There might be roots of plants poking in from the ceiling at best, but that's it's mostly mold.
Can I check in the cup of the statue to see if there's anything in there?
You
or whatever it is.
you sort of tiptoe and try to peer over, and then you realize it's not really it's not hollow. It's just a solid thing simulating a cup. So it's not meant to be it's meant to be just standing in there and looking
Right.
at the. But they're dressed in finery, right? That much you can tell. This is a wealthy couple. They have like ornate, those chains that the medieval
Yeah.
age they used to have, like these thick chains around the man has one, and there's carvings of like rings on fingers and stuff like that.
So intricate, pretty intricate work.
So they seem to be pretty wealthy people. The woman has like a circlet on her brow, right? So they seem to be wearing very fine clothes.
I peer back at the group. This might bode well for riches in here, if this is their burial chamber.
And as you walk past like the sarcophagi, you note that there are carvings, like how like real sarcophagi have like
Whoever's
a carving
buried
of the
inside, the
person.
likeness is on top.
Right,
yes.
the likeness is on top, right, and so you notice that the 4 sarcophagi have that likenesses on top, but you haven't been exploring that because you said you were going straight for the thing.
Let's check the next niche. I'm wondering if each niche represents who's in those sarcophagi.
Let's look at the north niche next.
Yeah.
So the north niche, you can see it kind of resembles the couple, right? They seem older now. Man has a thicker beard, and there's 2 children. They got their man has his arm around one of the children. It's a girl, and the lady has her other arm around the boy. And again, dressed in finery.
How many sarcophagi in here?
4.
Again? Well, 4, and 4 of them parents and children.
Mm-hmm.
Are the other sarcophagi any smaller, like children's size?
Yes, there's 2 of the sarcophagi. The ones closest to the door are slightly smaller than the others. Yeah.
Right. So let's go look at the east niche then.
Yeah.
Right, and this is seems again a close-up or just a study of the 2 children. Right, the girl seems to have a comb on her hand, and she's hand in hand with the boy. The boy is dressed in a tunic. He has he's gripping a dagger at his belt, right, like a sheathed dagger at his belt. And again, these are like nice statues, right? This is expensive work by whoever it was.
They may have died from a plague or something if they died as children.
Could be.
So let us start with the sarcophagus to the south east.
Looks to be them. Open it up.
That's a long time ago. They're not.
Who's it gonna be? Target and I that are going to open it?
Yeah,
Or?
Target, you open it, and Bella has her weapon ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready. I
Can
stand
we
ready.
check for any kind of traps on these things?
Yeah.
Oh, you can. That's right.
Yeah.
Dura can.
Yeah, Dura.
We're not following the protocol.
So while
Yeah.
Dura checks for traps, I want Lamb to check for secret doors on the walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 40%
So
for me.
as you are getting ready to do that,
Wandering damage.
wandering damage shows up. What's your surprise?
Only on a 1. Only on a 1.
Only on a 1. Here we go. Survey says you are not surprised because you knew the wandering damage was coming. let me do some rolling. How many people do we have now in the party
11.
right now? We
11.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Of course.
It's an expedition. It's no longer a party. It's an expedition.
Yeah, right. And
Expedition,
you know what
okay.
happens to all expeditions.
That was a fun.
They end up eating each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
I will just re-roll the 12s, right?
I was watching one about the Antarctic, I think it was the South Pole.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the crazy.
man.
Dude, were people not crazy as hell? It's nuts. That's
Fame
a
and
great
fortune.
documentary, though. That's a great documentary.
Fame and fortune. It's
Yeah.
all about fame and fortune. Yeah.
I mean, what they were stuck there like 6 months and then tried to hike out and get out. It was crazy.
It's something crazy.
Yeah. It's like, my God. They had to eat the dogs. Had to eat all the dogs. Like,
Yeah.
Dogs.
Multiple times. Which is
Okay.
feel bad for the dogs.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
so funny. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Multiple times.
Shackleton. Or Shackleford. Shackleford? Shackleton? Something.
Yeah. I don't, can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts. And for nothing. Not a thing. Just to find out
Like
it was
I
an
said.
icy...
Fortune and glory, man. He was trying to marry. He was trying to become a socialite. You know?
Uh-huh, that's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's trying to
Needed
level
the-
up.
yeah, he's trying to level up. Yeah. So he needed a yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, I tell you. Yeah.
So, Jose, translate this for me. Who's number 2?
Vela.
Vela. Who's number 8?
The Arcus.
Yes.
The wizard.
Who's number 7?
Lamb.
Lamb. Who's number 6?
Oh my God!
Barrowmaze.
Everybody.
Who's number 6?
Barak.
Barak.
The Torchbearer.
Torchbearer.
Right. Who's
Barak.
number
Hail
3?
die.
I hardly knew ye.
Dura is number 3.
Dora rather. Yeah, Dora's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number 11 is Donald.
Yeah.
There we go. So as you're doing this,
Fireball.
you feel large things falling upon
Oh.
you, right? It's like
Stop
rope-like thing, about 1 or 2 feet in length. Particularly the one falling on Vela is large, and the one falling on Arcus is large as well. The other ones are just like a foot and change,
Okay.
right?
Tendrils
These
from the ceiling.
things have they're giant centipedes, man. There's like
Oh.
wiggly legs
Shite.
That's
and
not good.
No,
and all
not
that
good.
nice stuff. And unfortunately, the description of the
Yeah.
monster says they always win the first combat initiative.
Woo!
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
So we're not even rolling.
Oh.
And they're,
Rolling.
and
We're
they're
just
probably
rolling to hit.
Oh, man.
They're poisonous too.
Yeah.
Sure, they're
What it
poisonous.
says. So that's Dragonslayer, page 156. If you don't believe me and want
No,
to check
no.
later,
I'm
no,
looking up my
we don't
saving
look-
throws because I have a feeling I'll be big.
Yeah, we don't look at monster descriptions around here, man.
No, I'm
No.
looking up my
No.
saving throws.
It's not gonna make them any less lethal if you look at it anyway. So
Vela is number 1. Armor class 1
That's my
is
saving throws.
amazing. So Vela is
Fine.
that hit.
I am hit.
No,
No.
you are not. Arcus is not hit. Lamb is hit.
well, lamb's hit.
Uh-oh.
Lamb is hit. Somebody make a saving throw for Lamb. Death save.
Death save.
Never die.
8. He dies.
No, he doesn't die, but he's failed to save. Let me mark him.
Uh-oh.
He
Only
takes
NPCs die from this poison. NPCs just get
Oh,
yeah.
because of them.
Barash. 16 plus.
Oh,
They
he's
even
dead.
have armor.
No.
Oh, yeah,
No,
he's
he's a
hit.
torchbearer.
Is it? Oh, hang on. I shouldn't be rolling this. This die. It's Barrage has 3 hit points. Okay, so he takes 1 hit point of damage. Somebody roll.
Okay.
His save.
5.
Oh.
All right, so he's hit as well. Dura. It's not bit, and Donald is not bit either. So very fortuitous turn of events, and it's your turn, gentlemen.
So I'm attacking the one that fell on me. Okay, Polonius, help Arcus.
I will.
Okay, so I hit. That's 12 plus 5. That's 17,
You hit.
and that's 9 points of damage.
Yeah. Smash the centipede, or cut it in half, and it just
Excellent, yeah.
falls
Finally,
wiggling to the floor.
You have to kill something with
I go help the wizard.
All right, Vela will spin this larger one around and off of her, jabbing at it with her broadsword as she flings it away. No, 2.
No.
No,
Right.
2. But I got it.
I'll
I
give
got
you
it at least off my shoulder.
Yeah,
over there. Let's-
you get a.
I'll give you a hand if I can here. Let's see.
Thank you, Dora.
You got your
Yeah,
own,
yeah.
Dura. So.
Uh, 15, 6 points of damage. Did I
Nice.
hit?
Yes.
Yeah, are you helping Vela, or are you attacking the one trying to bite you?
You know what? I forgot about that. You did say one drop on me. And hit. Well, I already did it, so that one's gone.
Which
So
one?
That's the one that was
Vel-
on Jason's character.
There you go.
Vela. Okay,
Yeah,
you
Vela,
killed
yeah.
you killed the one on Vela.
That'll
You still
work.
have one on you.
Okay.
Who's next?
Me. I went to help the wizard with
Go for it.
I
The wizard is screaming his head off and spinning around, and the centipede goes flying.
I'm brandishing a battle axe, and I swing it. It's a 20 to hit.
Oh, you got
Oh,
it.
nice.
How much
And
damage?
and that's actually the 12 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, it's completely done.
Pulverized.
Can I get some
Yeah.
of that spillage on the one that's on
That's
the
right.
You helped Arcus. So Targard is gonna go help Dura.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
we go. Targard,
Nice.
17.
Nice.
And 2 points of damage. It narrowly avoids because Targard is hesitating so as not to strike Vela, and so he does hit the thing, but it doesn't. It's not dead. It falls to the ground. Now it's easier to hit.
Right.
Okay, so
okay.
Callow is gonna try and hit that one.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Mm.
Again, it's just wiggling on the floor
Yeah.
really fast.
All right, Lamb is gonna go help Mirage.
And Lamb has got one on his back too.
Oh, Lamb has one too.
Oh, he does?
They're both.
Okay.
They're
Lamb
both
helps
bitten.
himself. Lamb
helps
helps
himself?
himself.
Lamb helps himself.
Oh,
Fortunately,
not well.
he's like, ow, it burns, it burns.
So Harmark is gonna go help Barrage because Barrage
Yeah.
can't fight.
Harmark
Oh.
is again hesitating so as
Yeah, you
not
don't want
to
to
kill.
stab your friend. Right. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so initiative, or is
Yes.
Arcus gonna do something?
Burning hands. I
More
don't know.
initiative.
You gonna do something, boy? Or you just gonna stand there and bleed?
Bleed. Oh, well, Arcus is
He's got
actually,
a dagger, doesn't he?
He's gonna try with his dagger to hit the one on the floor. There we go. Yeah, he hits
Oh,
for 1 point of damage on the one on the floor, which was Lamb's. So now it's
good pep talk, Donald.
Yeah.
You coached a little action out of the wizard. Nice.
There we go. All right, initiative
4.
4.
Roll off.
2. 4.
Jorge, did you re-roll it?
Yeah, I had rolled.
No, roll again because I rolled a 4 as well.
Ah,
But
4
now I
again.
rolled a 2. There you go. You guys go first.
All right, I will
So
turn
I'll
to
go
help,
help Barrage. I'll go help Barrage.
and I'll help Dura, since she's still
That-
got one.
And Dura help Dura.
I rolled that.
Anybody else need help?
14, but only 3 points of damage on the one that's on Dura, or the one that's around Dura.
You help Dura. You kill Duras.
Wait, no.
Somebody.
I get to go again, right?
Duras.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, go again.
Barrage has one and Lamb has one. So
you go again.
So killing that one, I skip across quickly to Barrage, and 13 plus, so 15 and 4 damage if I get that one.
And you killed that one as well.
And I think that's all I can do is 2 right now. Yeah.
I attacked the last one, but I missed. I hit AC 11, so there's no way.
You got one more left.
Hang on. Okay.
I'll go in and swing at that one.
Go for it.
Just to finish it off, if I can.
You're mighty confident.
Nice.
That's a 19.
Yeah, nice CY.
Yes, that hits.
9 points of damage.
It's that magical weapon, man.
Killed it.
Sweet.
You killed it. Awesome. And so everything goes back to silence as the dead centipedes.
Vela wipes the sweat.
Now.
Wipes the sweat and the centipede blood from her face. I had almost forgotten how exciting it was to be here.
What's up above us?
Let's check on the wounded, right? Lamb and Barrage.
Yeah, they got like the whole area's red. They're grunting in pain, and they're having difficulty moving.
Who's the torchbearer?
It's Lamb and Barrage. Yeah, right. But they said I'm all right. I'm all right. It just hurts a lot, but I'm fine.
I will do
Go ahead.
bind wounds on Barrage.
Go for it. Yeah.
2 points. No, 1 point. Sorry, this
Barrage,
is D3.
Barrage only lost 1 point anyway, so
Okay,
he's
so
fine.
1.
Actually, if Lamb also lost 1 point, so those are automatically bound.
Okay.
So they're back to full hit points. It just hurts, and they're having difficulty with their movement.
Okay.
And they say they feel sluggish.
Okay.
Right.
Nothing else up above in the shadows above us?
Not that you can see. Now that you're lifting the torches higher, there doesn't seem to be anything else.
Okay.
So back to business then.
Mm-hmm.
The southeast sarcophagus.
Southeast. So. Okay, you can see that it's carved in the likeness of the sun, right?
Maybe that dagger's in
of the
there.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
The dagger.
So, Vela checks for traps. Where's my D10?
I don't know.
Here.
Dora, I think.
Yep, no traps.
Okay.
Okay, looks clear.
So you lift the lid of the sarcophagus with the aid of the crowbar, and indeed, you find
Money.
it's basically dust at this point, right? And there must have been a skeleton there. It's basically crumbled bones, half a skull, mostly dust, pieces of rotted cloth. But there is a sheathed dagger. The sheath is like eaten up. The dagger itself has a bone handle.
Sounds good.
And
So far.
looks fine. It's somehow still in relatively good condition. So
I'll hand that to Dura.
it's not pristine, but it's an ancient thing. You figure.
No signs of rust on it or anything?
It's kind of you'd have to, but you could let's say this you could polish this up, and it's sufficiently good condition that this might be something that could be sold. Right, it's an antique.
Okay.
A bone
You don't
hammer.
know how combat worthy it's going to be, but you know. But
It's
you
not
figure,
a child's
you know,
toy, though. It is a dagger.
no, it is a dagger. You figure you could
Okay.
make a good 15 pieces of gold on a
All right.
sale of this.
Okay.
So just with my warhammer, I'm gonna tap at the bottom of the sarcophagus to see if it sounds hollow.
It doesn't.
All right. So then we go to the southwest sarcophagus.
Southwest is carved in the likeness of a girl.
All right. Let's see if our comb is worth anything.
Again, no traps. And when you open the sarcophagus, indeed, it's similar to the findings on the other, but there is an ivory comb.
Like the one in her hair.
Correct. The ivory comb is probably worth 25 pieces of gold. And there's also a small silver ring on her finger, which you figure probably worth 30 pieces of gold.
All right.
So it's a
So
nice haul.
then we go to the northwest.
Northwest.
Northwest is the man. Is
All
the
right.
likeness of the man. Let me check something real quick.
The likeness of the man.
I'm scrolling and it's like this isn't this far. Of course, if I scroll in the correct direction, it's not far. If I scroll the other way, then it's definitely not a good. Okay. So in the man's I lost the mount. Hang on. All right. So in the man's sarcophagus, you find a golden ring and the heavy chain.
Neck piece.
The necklace thing. The necklace is worth about 40 pieces of gold. There's a gold ring as well, which is about 30 pieces of gold.
Okay.
But it's a gold neck. The gold neck. The necklace is made out of gold too.
It seems to be more plated gold than solid gold. Because if it were solid gold, it'd be a substantial amount of money.
Right.
But you know, it seems to be plated in gold, so it's more like 40 pieces of gold rather than say 400, 4,000, you know. So,
All right.
you know, I guess it would be kind of heavy if it were just solid gold, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's look at the last one.
Mm-hmm. Heave. And so in the last one, you heave and
We hope.
Smoke comes out.
this one, the skeleton is better preserved. And it rises up as soon as the lid is uncovered. Sorry, but random encounters have to come from somewhere, right?
Oh, I was gonna say this happened before.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Hey.
Nice.
I thought you said.
Initiative.
I thought you said I didn't sense an evil. So
2 in initiative.
That's one of those lead
lead coffin.
Lead coffin. You
Little
can't
eye.
sense nothing until it's open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might not be evil.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We're gonna go with that.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what we're gonna do.
you mess with the bones of my kid, I might kick your ass, and I'm not evil.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. It says these bones are in a little
there
better
were no
shape.
bones.
No, this thing rises up and it goes after somebody. So let's see who it goes
boy.
after.
It's either Targard or I, because we were the ones
That's
that
true.
opened.
That's true. So if I roll low, it's Stargard. It is Stargard.
Oh, poor guy.
Uh,
He can handle it.
Yeah.
He's been with us a long time.
he's used to this by now.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
look at that. His armor class is 4, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
No, 3.
3, yeah.
But that still hits
Where's it
for
hit? Yeah.
2 points of damage. Targard. Down to 13 hit points. He screams as the thing reaches up and
I smite the thing with a flaming sword.
there you
boy.
go.
That is an 18
Nice.
18
for
hits.
12 points of damage.
I get this
Same.
feeling Felonious is far more terrifying than anything we've seen in here, right? I mean, all of a sudden,
Yeah,
a
right.
flaming sword, and you
Right.
know, you're like, holy shit. It's awesome. It's like, holy cow. We got the right cat on our side, man.
And so this thing just collapses, right? And you can see this is the mother, right? The lady in the thing, and so you can see that there's a circlet drops to the floor, right, and clangs. As pieces of jewelry fall to the ground from her broken fingers.
Ah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Ah, Targard. You will be all right, Targard.
takes a flesh wound. Actually, can he?
We'll have him bandaged.
Yeah, can we bandage him?
Okay, so as you're moving to bandage him, the skeleton reforms, and the bones sort of knit together. They slide across the floor and knit together, and the thing
shit.
rises again. And everybody needs to give me a saving throw versus spell.
No.
A 1.
Uh-oh.
7.
So, not good.
No, Vela fell.
17.
18.
18.
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay, you do it. Let's see. Lamb fails. Targard does it.
Either 15 or higher.
Who else was I rolling for? Harmac fails.
Mm.
Hang on. Callow fails. Who do we have left? Donald?
I rolled a 17.
Oh, so you do it. Okay, so everybody who fell, you just start running. You just like the fear of
Right.
this unnatural thing has gotten to you, and
Yep.
so you
Not good.
you flee out with the torchbearers and everything. Actually, I didn't roll for the
No, I
torchbearers.
led them out to
Fimbria,
safety. I didn't flee. I led them to safety.
Fimbria probably makes it with that 15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's 15. I'm not even gonna look. But Fimbria's a brave veteran of the Barrowmaze, so she stays. So I'm thinking it's Donald, Dura, and Fimbria.
Woo!
And somebody else, I think Targard made it.
And Targard. Yeah, that's right.
Everybody else.
So the
ran
thing-
to the hills.
The thing is going to attack you. Now let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's a
Uh-oh.
1.
I got a 6.
There you go.
Okay,
You go
so as it rushes, I pluck a vial from my bandolier and hurl it.
Hurl it. Go for it.
All right. So that's it's a missile attack, so it's +1 for my dexterity, +2 for so it's 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
Holy water on undead is first round does 1d8, second round does 1d4. So this one I did 7 hits.
7 hits, so the thing screams.
And then the fifth.
And it just sort of tries to cover it, but it starts shaking, and the bones just dissolve into gray sludge. Right,
sizzling gray sludge.
Right, and you have the.
Why are you still this bandolier now? Where the hell did they run off to?
Vela will yell out from the doorway. Oh, we are just moving on from this. We have found all we need.
Well, the good news is you found the mother's golden ring. Gold ring.
Circle.
40 pieces of gold. You find a silver bracelet for 25 and the golden circlet worth a good 50 pieces of gold. So, you know.
Nice haul.
Not bad at
Wait,
all.
let's check treasure for our friendly
creature.
coffer corpse. Treasure type.
Oh, gosh.
30%. So,
Coffer corpse.
percentile.
Is that better or worse than a barrel white?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Just about as terrible.
This is bad.
I remember reading Coffer Corpse in Jorge's 3.5 edition game
Yeah.
from the Tome of Horrors for Necromancer games, and those things would grab you by the throat, and then they wouldn't let go. You had to kill them, or they choke you out.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah.
In that campaign, for a complete change,
Yeah.
because Jorge had described his world previously from a previous campaign, I was playing a paladin,
Okay.
and Eloy was playing the ranger. So, I would have a party with those undead.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
But the third edition paladins were just
Awesome.
nasty.
Pepe broke character there, and he played a paladin.
Yeah. there was this one. I think in the next to last session, we were fighting this Brock, and he was like a complete a-hole. He put this spell that you have to take a lot of damage to go through, and then he's throwing all this stuff.
Man.
Hey,
Right.
I'll take all the damage you want me to take, but I'm going to charge you this thing. So I get to it, and I had like 2 attacks in the round.
Yeah.
And for both attacks, I used my holy smites.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I rolled 2 critical hits.
Oh!
And I started doing math, and I got so excited I forgot to roll the dice. But I did 90 points of damage just in damage bonus.
On the bonus damage, yeah.
Wow.
That was just between the strength and the holy smack and the critical. So it's like, you killed it. I'm like, wait, I didn't even roll the swords down.
and I was playing a ranger, and I also had a tricked out magic weapon which interacted with like 5 things, 3.5, right? There's like, well, if you do this, and then this multiplies with that, and the other thing, and so I think I'd hit it like the previous round for a ridiculous amount of damage as well, because this was a recurrent villain. This was
this is the big
at
bad.
least
This thing came around to torment these guys like over and over and over.
hated the damn thing. I was playing the ranger in this campaign. It's like, hit it, and then Jose hit it, and it's like, we killed it, and we still remember that. I don't remember much from that game, which was awesome, but I do remember killing that guy.
Yeah.
We had a party when we killed it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, nothing else.
How did you forget to roll your damage dice?
Yeah, exactly. Don't even need the sword.
Because it was dead. By this point, it was kind of injured, and so whatever it had left, Jose took it out completely,
It was kind of raining over wet at that point, It's like,
right. That's funny. Oh my god. Pulverizing what was left of the corpse.
Yeah.
All right, so
Nice.
nothing else.
Nothing else?
No.
Okay, so there's nothing else to do in here, right?
That's it.
That is
All right.
Did we need the crew? Did we need the digging crew for any of the other?
We don't know. We don't know. Yeah.
No, we haven't found any others that required
But
digging.
we haven't been close enough, is what I'm saying. Like this one, I don't know.
Oh, we haven't actually identified. Okay.
Yeah. So once we're rested and everything and we're done, I would head 200 feet straight west, heading for the mound that I labeled 20.
Right. Your other west.
East, I'm sorry.
Before, there we go. Mound 20. Yes. Before I forget, somebody bind wounds on
Yeah.
Targard.
1 point.
Okay.
Fun.
14 is better than 13.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Okay, so this is mound.
It was a 1d3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Just wanted to check I rolled the right thing.
Okay, this mound is sealed, meaning that it's just you see the cover stone.
Gotcha.
You don't need to excavate it, but you do see it.
We just need to break down the door.
We'll just sunder the door.
What does that door actually look like?
It's
Is it
plain
just a
stone
slab?
door.
Any markings on the door or anything peculiar about it?
No.
All right. Then let's,
No.
if everybody,
No, it's just a plain. It's a plain
Just a stone slab.
stone slab. Yes.
Seen a thousand just like it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
so when we're ready, the workmen will smash it.
Yep.
Yeah. So they do that in a moment because there's a lot of them working on it, and I think it takes 10 minutes still to break it and remove the debris. You find a 30 by 30 square room. There are multiple niches along the east and west wall. There's 4 niches on each side, and there is a casket in the shape of a man on top of a dais in the center of the room.
Is the only light coming in here the light from the outside, or is there?
Yes, I mean you could if you bring in the torchbearers, then
Right.
So I'd say let's have Lamb check out the north wall for secret doors, while the rest of the team looks at the dais and the casket for traps. We can leave the niches for last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and after checking for traps, I'm checking. I'm trying to sense if there's anything evil about the.
Okay, so no secret doors. No evil. But what you do find is that each of the niches on the wall have amphorae. There's 8 amphorae, and then you can see that they're these clay jars, right? They've been painted with scenes of agriculture, of cattle, and men plowing, and the harvest on the different things. So they're decorative, right?
Right.
But they are clear relics. and there's 8 of them. And so you estimate that, to the right collector, this will bring in a nice amount of money.
Okay.
For each. Do note that they are clay.
Right.
Right? So they might break if
So
not handled properly.
We'll try and take those, and then let's look at the casket and days.
The casket seems very primitive. It's a primitive sarcophagus, right? And it's broken. It's made of wood, or some other. It's not really wood. It should be more. Let's say it's clay as well. It seems to be a more primitive means of burial, and inside is basically dust. It's completely dry. There's nothing.
Okay.
And there's no remnants of anything. If there were cloth, if there were anything, it's gone by now. So
it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right.
So this one is pretty much empty. So tell me where you're headed next, and then we'll call it a night.
Slightly north, the one that's labeled 19.
Headed to 19. So you proceed to 19 in a straight line. Yeah, you don't see anything else standing in 19, and okay, so it is sealed as well, is what you note, is the plain stone slab. And again, there's not many markings in these. Most of these are eroded, right, and ancient. So,
All right, we'll...
one turn to open it up.
Yep.
And when you open the slab, you can see again the expected stairs, right? The few steps going down. You can see that immediately from the second step, it's water, right? It's dark water. So this one is flooded, and so there's usually a certain number of steps, and if you go in there, this is gonna be knee deep in water.
Right.
There we go.
Vela will take the 10-foot pole, and I'll go down. One
Hey guys, my internet fell, so I connected from the iPad.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
I'll go down the one step at a time with the 10-foot pole to see how deep it is, until I can feel bottom.
Can you describe it again? I'm sorry.
It's I didn't even describe the mound. I just told you that what you saw is the usual steps descending into the
Flooded too.
into the crypts, right? But this one is flooded, and so the water is knee deep as you go in. And so, as you descend into it, and are starting to spread out in this room, you can hear splashing approaching. And at the edge of the firelight, you see half a dozen skeletons coming at you, brandishing swords. And that's exactly where we're going to stop.
All right.
And so that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Excellent.
Nice. That wasn't too bad. Boy, I tell you, we've gotten more out of the mound exploration than we have Barrowmaze so far. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't love the mega dungeon. You know,
No.
that's a personal thing. I like this much better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Explorate, yeah. I don't mind dungeons, but mega dungeons I've never run one for one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
But
it sort of preserves the push your luck
yeah.
mechanic of a mega dungeon, which
Yeah.
is, do we go for one more mound?
Yeah.
Do we run back?
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with the mega dungeon is that once you're in, it really breaks the disbelief if you're like going in and out of the mega dungeon.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you shouldn't be able to really do that, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I disagree, because if you can't leave the mega dungeon, then it can become a slog, right? It's like we have to keep going. We have to keep going.
Technically, you can't spend your gold. You can't level up. You can't
Can't
equip.
spend your gold. You can't level up,
So you have to
exactly.
leave.
And then
You
so
have to leave. Yeah.
it raises a bunch of problems,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
sort of, yeah.
This was awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic. And we survived for the most
Mounds
part.
explored.
Nice.
A lot.
We
Yeah.
will start at Mound 19 with...
So every one of these mounds are defined in the Barrowmaze?
Yes.
That's awesome.
The only
Awesome.
thing is some have better defined maps and some don't, but
Sure.
there is a map generator which I try to consult, and sometimes it's just like, it's a round room, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, yeah, they are tombs. It's not
Yeah.
rocket science. What's amazing? How
Right.
many? I mean, does this Barrowmaze have like hundreds of mounds in it?
I'm not gonna give you an exact
No,
number,
right. I was just like,
but
that's
it
amazing.
has
It's gonna have
It
at
has-
least 50. It has at least 50.
it has
From by looking
dozens.
at the map.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
mean. It's
It has-
Dozens, yeah.
that's awesome.
Dozens, a bunch of dozens.
That's
more
cool.
than 3
That's
dozen,
cool.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the Barrowmaze itself. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
But I agree with Jose. This is essentially another mega dungeon,
Yeah.
except you can go home at any time,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
There's
Right.
wandering monsters,
Yeah.
but it's the mega dungeon is just passages, and you're
Sure.
breaking into rooms.
Sure.
And here is just a field, and
Exit
you're breaking
somewhere.
into rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same.
Well, as I
same
once
deal.
did a video on, everything in D&D is a dungeon. Everything you do in it it's a dungeon.
You could conceptualize it as a
It
dungeon.
absolutely is. Right. I don't care if you're moving from Act 1 to Act 2 to Act 3. They're all rooms in your dungeon.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally just draw a map box of rooms for whatever you're doing
Yeah,
in
well,
your
that's
campaign.
what they call a point crawl.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some of
Exactly.
the encounters are mapped. Like it says, okay, room 1 has this at the first, and then the second mound, room 2 has this. But sometimes this is a random encounter, right? So I rolled
Yeah.
a random encounter because you were breaking down the door. So
Yes.
it's like a bunch of skeletons, and it's like, I'm going to put him inside the thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just to shake things up. Now I get this water now, and it's
No, even when I was doing the solitaire play, demonstrating the solitaire play of the Dragonslayer book, the random stuff's the best stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what keeps it fresh every time you enter a new space or new room or new mound. It's that random roll
I think-
stuff.
I think that when they started slightly with 3rd edition, and that got progressively worse with 4th and 5th, where now monsters have same number of hit points.
Correct.
You don't even roll the damage for the monsters
Correct.
anymore. And the default 4th and 5th edition, and I think that takes a little bit of the surprise from it, particularly for
Dynamism. Well, yeah, and it loses that bit of risk reward, that gamble that's happening every time we drop the dice. Right?
Yeah.
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 Well,
And-
this was great.
And
No, it's
this
great.
tells you the instructions are roll for the hit points
Yeah.
if it's a random monster. So I had to roll them out.
Yeah.
And if it isn't it'll give you. It says, there's a skeleton, 5 hit points here. There's 3 skeletons, 5, 3, and 2 hit points, whatever, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. I really enjoy this part. I'm looking forward to our next trip to pick up the plate for the henchmen.
Yes.
That was a great trip. That was really interesting.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit. We've had some escort. We've been in towns. We've been in mounds. We've been in the Barrowmaze. I mean, hell, we've had.
Your survivability has improved dramatically with the amount of treasure that you've gathered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, outstanding. Thank you, gents.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We're on for, so we're going to do every other Wednesday? Is that what we're saying?
Wednesday again, every other Wednesday?
I'm thinking it's better because then we got a chance to have Jason and everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Todd
Okay.
can make Wednesdays. Everybody can make